Hello, everybody, and again, welcome to the 4th edition of SaaS Nation Conference. I'm super excited to be the first one on this stage, and I'm super happy to see so many people here in this room. My name is Eugene. I'm VP of Marketing at Serpstat, all-in-one SEO platform, and those of you who are familiar with Serpstat probably know that we invest a lot of money and marketing effort in content marketing. There are many reasons for this, but the most obvious of them are here are on this list. But the crucial thing is that is money. To give you more information about how we operate, I should say that Serpstat is a tool with around 2 million annual recurring revenue and 3,000 customers. And so you may see that we have quite a low lifetime value and average check, and that's why we think that content marketing for us is one of the most affordable and effective marketing strategy. This year, we did a lot of changes to our content marketing strategy. We grew up the team, and we started a few experiments to find out how to scale our blog and how to get results. So in today's presentation, I'm going to share information about these experiments and about the results that we got. But before I start, I need to say that Serpstat is a part of NetP Group, and all these tips are based on the experience of all NetP Group company corporate blogs with total traffic, with the total visitors roughly 500,000 per month, so it's quite good result. The next slide shows the summarized key metrics of Serpstat blogs, both English-speaking and Russian-speaking blogs. This year, we have finally reached 200,000 visitors per month and $100,000 in revenue for the previous 9 months from January to September. And I want to pay your attention that we measure the revenue results by both Google Analytics and Ovox BI attribution models, because in Google Analytics we see the direct sales that came from all blog posts, and another attribution model shows the blog's revenue share and the real effect of the blog. So here's the team. I'm really proud of these people, and this is the team who is involved in content creation of the blog and also a part of our career ladder. From my experience, one person is enough for creating and for running a good blog, and for a very long time we had only one person who was responsible for literally everything. But from 2018 we have 5 editors, 5 full-time editors, including the head, and around 5 to 7 part-time freelancers. I will tell about them as well. To get more clear, I need to say a few responsibilities of these people. The head is responsible for money, strategy, overall growth of the blog, hiring people, and planning. The editorial head is the person who creates, edits, and publishes new content, communicates with our community, with our blog authors, and so on. And these 2 gentlemen, called blog editors, they are people who are responsible for our experiments, and they are responsible for also for managing the team of our freelancers. So today's presentation is divided by 2 parts. The first part is processes of creation in new content, and the second part is re-optimization of the old content. This was our main experiment that we did. I'm super limited by time, that's why I see no reason to explain the process of creation new content. It's not very interesting. Instead, I'm going to share with you the best types of content that give us results. Please notice that the key metrics for these types of content are very different, because some content we produce for leads and for revenue, for attraction of revenue, but other content helps us to build a community around the blog. And that's very important when you notice, and what's important to notice when you measure the result of the blog. The first one, and probably the favorite one, is rating. People love ratings because ratings are ego-beating. If you allow people to vote on your blog for the best specialist, the best company, the best event, or whatever that is relevant to your business, be ready to get a lot of traffic and be ready to get a lot of activities from those who are listed in your rating. But also, there is a big risk to get a lot of negative from the people who think that your rating is not fair enough and who think that you should be higher in this rating. We run 4 ratings per year, and we combine their 2-3 different rank algorithms to make them a little bit more fair and avoid negative from our users. The main problem of this is that none of this rating have ever gave us even one large customer. They give us nothing in terms of money, but I put this as a success story number 1 because this rating give us very valuable context. They give us very valuable collaborations with opinion leaders, with bloggers, with companies, and so on. And that's why this is success story number 1, and you'll understand then why. So unlike ratings, the second type of content give us high quality leads and give us top sales. We run a lot of surveys and we do a lot of researches using our own data. We collect data, then we aggregate this data, then we publish this data, and from my personal experience, bloggers and business editions, they love surveys and they love researches. That's why they're happy to publish it for free. And from our analytics, this type of content is the cheapest in terms of link building and the cheapest in terms of distributing the content. If you have ambassadors or loyal customers or anyone else who want to contribute to your blogs, just use them to contribute to your blogs. And this is the reason why I like ratings, because ratings give us these people. We do a lot of expert roundups and they get a lot of traffic, and content with famous names gets traffic and gets activities on social media. It's obvious enough. Another option for communicating with experts, with opinion leaders, is the personal interviews. Here's an interesting thing, because these personal interviews we run on Twitter, so we grow activity on Twitter, and then we have ready-to-use content that we publish on our blog. So this is a great example of well-organized communication process between 2 departments when social media department helps the blogging department, and they work together for achieving the results. The last type of content that works well is entertainment. We design and draw these beautiful different stories that are relevant to our customers, and sometimes these stories become real viral that increases our brand awareness. But you should know that this entertainment content is extremely money and time consuming. So you need a lot of time, you need a lot of money to draw this and to create this idea. And I can't say that they give us the best leads, but they give us a lot of traffic, and they give us the brand awareness, and they give us like funny content. Very briefly, I would like to mention that we not only measure the result for a single article, but we also measure result for a group of content or for the cohort of people. And that's very important to know, because this data helps our editors to plan the internal content according to the average data, and to avoid mistakes that can be caused by abnormal growth of some piece of content that probably you invested more money in the distributing of this content. So we pay attention on the price per demo or the price per lead for the cohort of people or for the group of content. That's very important. So on this slide, I have put 5 more types of content, but I don't want to stop by them all. I want to pay your attention on the last one, called the how-to content, because if you remember the slide with the team, there was a guy who is responsible for managing the outsourced team of 5 to 7 people. And this year they started a new project. The idea of this project is to create as many how-to content as possible. And when we started this project, we expected to grow our organic traffic, and we expected to educate our customers. Educating is another very important role of your blog. And Serpstat is a very complex tool, and every 6 months, well, we have a lot of analytics, and every 6 months we collect negative feedback on Serpstat and our competitors from G2 Crowd, the Captura, and other services. And then when we analyzed this feedback, when we found out that that one of the most important things that users don't like is hard learning or steep learning curve, or they also call it like hard onboarding. That's why we decided to create as many educational content as possible, and we called it how-to content. Here's the result page. We had 1 full-time editor and around 5 to 7 content writers part-time. After deep keyword research, they created 295 new articles during a 6-month run, and we had 2 results. The first one is on this chart. You may see that we have constant growth of organic traffic, and even when the project was completed, the growth is going up, and we have a stable growth. But the second one is more important. We have totally fucked up with the leads, because our ideal customer is the person from a SEO agency with a high expertise, because the person with the high expertise knows the real value of the product, because the product is really tough, is really comprehensive. And when you create a lot of how-to content, be ready to get leads with low or with even zero expertise at all. So in a 6-month period, we had a flood of new demos. However, the conversion from the demo to qualification has dropped significantly. The second problem, the second problem that we have faced is educating the team of copywriters, because when you need to write so much new content in a very short period, and your copywriters don't have any expertise, it's a real challenge. Here I prepared 4 main tips on how to make expertise of copywriters better. Some of them are really obvious, like the first one, collaborate with the services. Here are a lot of services that we collaborate when we produce a content. For example, if you write about something that is very relevant to your partner or another not competing service, just ask them to write this for you. It's normal practice. It's called guest blogging. Nothing special. However, the second and the third are more interesting. The second tip requires good communication skills from your editor. The main idea here is to find in your community specialists who are ready to proofread your content. So the copywriter writes the content, and then a specialist who is loyal to you is proofreading it. In every piece of content and every piece of how-to content, we put a photo of this specialist, and we write this text is approved by this guy, and he gets mentioned, he gets a backlink, and sometimes he gets a free access to our tool. The third one actually was discussed last year here on this conference, and we tried it, and it works really good. For example, when you write about something very difficult, don't hire copywriters, hire experts in this field. What I mean, for example, if you're writing about machine learning, go to Freelance Hunt and find a freelance machine learning engineer and hire him for writing content for you, not engineering. Most of them are happy to do this because they don't need to engineer, and they can share something, and so like a lot of things. And then you need just to like to fix a little bit this text, to edit a little bit this text. However, this piece of content can be more expensive than you expect. But if your topic is really hard, it's the only one decision that I found. And the fourth one is also easy to read but difficult to achieve. Is educate your team. Serpstat is famous for well-organized processes and famous for well-organized key performance indicators for every team. And that's why we decided to make a competition between our freelance copywriters. So every freelance copywriter who is involved in creating content at Serpstat, he gets a full statistics of his work, including traffic, revenue, sales, demo requests, and so on. And we rate them. We understand that this rating is not fair enough. That's why it doesn't affect the final salary of a copywriter, but it affects the final salary of the editor. However, it makes the most important thing is recognition. We give different valuable gifts, and we recognize achievements, and we can even grow the rates of the copywriters according to this quarter data, and it works very good. As a result, we get motivated part-time copywriters, and some of them are even want to work a full-time on the project because they're really involved in the processes when they have a competition effect. So the next great project that I want to mention is old content reoptimization. The main idea of this project was to collect all the content that we have previously published and to re-optimize it. First of all, the results. We have spent 7 months on this project, and during the period, our editors has rechecked and re-optimized around roughly 300 articles, and they gave us a 200% traffic growth in a 6 months run. So, but the most important that we have raised organic traffic from 9 to 56% from third quarter of 2018 comparing to the third quarter of 2019. This is the share of the total traffic. So now we have 56% of organic traffic comparing to the whole traffic. I have prepared very briefly a checklist for content reoptimization processes. First one, we collect all the articles to Google spreadsheets and sort them according to Google traffic. It's simple, nothing special here. The second one, we use our own tool, Serpstat, for collecting keywords that rank our articles on the second or third web pages of Google. I mean, no one go to the second page of Google or to the third page of Google to find results, and that's why. But if you have if your article is ranked for this keyword on 11th position of Google, it means that you are very close to top. So you need a minimum effort to put a minimum effort to go to the top 10 positions. Sometimes internal leaking is enough to go to the top 10 positions. And as a result of this report, we get a list of articles and the list of keywords that are very, very close to top. And the next step is we analyze competitors. We also go to the URL analysis at Serpstat. And there the algorithm help us to find keywords that use our competitors in their content and that give them the results, but we don't have them. You can find their rubbish that is not relevant to your business sometimes, but that's why you need to make manual filtering. But in most cases, you get a full list of very relevant keywords that you can use. So when our specialist collected all this list of keywords, he's starting the process of re-optimization content. So we optimize meta text, alts, titles, description. Then we optimize the pictures, the size. We make pictures to like a smaller size, weight not so much. We update articles information because the articles can be well not well updated. Then we run technical audits and fix bugs and problems and set internal linking between similar. And there is a large piece of work that gave us a great organic traffic growth result. That's why this is a project that we have completed, but we are planning to run it like once a year for 3-4 months to re-optimize every 3 months, or once a year, every 3 months we optimize the content again, because the content should be updated. So that's probably all for today. And as a conclusion, I want to say that the best conclusion will be that comparing to the previous year, we have raised the blog revenue from 3 to 9% of the total company revenue. And this is a great result. And that's it. Thank you, guys.